9 and TLC proudly bring you Let's Talk Gardening. Your host for the next 30 minutes, TLC horticulturist Linda Horn.
Welcome to Let's Talk Gardening. We have got a great treat in store for you today. We're going to take you to a tropical paradise right in the middle of Edmond. You're not going to believe this place. And this is just a little bit of a teaser and not even part of the tropical that we're going to show you a little bit later. Just a phenomenal amount of beautiful flowering plant materials that just knock your socks off. This is the home that's going to be on the pond tour next week, and one that you're going to have to get tickets for and come and visit. It's just incredible. So stay tuned to Let's Talk Gardening with TLC.
Monrovia, since 1926, growers of distinctively better plants, nurtured and cared for by hand, grown in our exclusively formulated nutrient-rich soil that produces the healthiest, hardiest, most beautiful plants, genetically superior, stronger plants that will thrive in your garden. Available at fine garden centers everywhere. Look for our banded green container. Monrovia. We care for your plants.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Gardening. We have a great treat in store for you today. We're going to take you to the home of Hoa and Paul Doran in Edmond. And Hoa, tell me how big this yard is, because you've got such, it's so beautiful and so many neat, wonderful tropical plants.
This yard is 75 by 75. When we bought this house, it's all flat, nothing. And my husband is one of the dreams that he always wanted to plant and make a pond and water and whatnot. And at that time, I don't care for any of it because I don't know anything. But then
it sure doesn't show.
he said, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to let you enjoy this and that. I will show you. And surely he did. He built the first pond, planted the first flower bed, and it's the roses that he planted. So he told me to go out there and smell the roses. So at little by little, I crawled in now and start helping him. And now he couldn't get me out of it. It's just giving you a joy to do. And you plant the plant, and then a couple of weeks later, and you see them bloom, and it's make you feel real good. So.
It really does. I mean, this has a wonderful feel, and I guess the ponds have grown from one pond to how many?
I think I got about 1, 2, 3, 5 now. Yeah, 5.
5 ponds. Oh, they're beautiful, and her fish are just incredible. They're beautiful fish, and I guess most of them are imported from Japan.
Yes, we had them mixed. We had them both, but most of the big fish in our personal pond is from Japan. And then we have goldfish and butterflies and everywhere, but we just want to have them all because we like them all.
Well, the Japanese koi are some of the most phenomenal fish. The colors are just a myriad of colors. You've got ogons, which are, you know, some of the solid colors.
Yamabuki ogon, and then a whole bunch of platinum ogon.
Beautiful. Those are some of my favorites. Those platinums, when they move through the water, the sun reflects off
a lot of people doesn't think that the white is the color, but you have to have a bunch of dough to show up the other color.
Exactly.
So it's a combination really well.
That's a good thought. I never thought of that before, you know, to add the ogons to really show off some of the kohakus and some of the, you know, the orange and white and black, the different colors are just so beautiful. And now you started with, now you have some Sarasa comets.
Yes.
Yeah. And
yes, Sarasa's common. We have Shabunkin.
Kind of like tiny little goldfish, different colors.
Yeah, it's calico fantail, a little, but they're so cute.
Yeah.
And we're trying to keep it all because we into this thing because we enjoy this thing. My husband and I call it our therapist here.
It's very therapeutic to be back here. And the sound of the water is so relaxing, and we always talk about how important that is in a garden.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the filtration, because your water is perfectly clear, and it's just incredible because you can see the fish so nicely.
On the filtration is it can go a lot of different ways. Depending how much you want to put in it, you can do your homemade filter, and it works good. But
with lava rock and stuff like that, or?
Well, actually, we get away from that these days. Lava rock and gravel is hard when you start cleaning them, hard for your hand, your finger.
Right.
So we do now is keeping the sand filter for the mechanical filter, and then we built our own biological filter with that a little of the fiber.
The plastic
yes.
and the, yeah.
Either that is working really well, but it involves a lot of time cleaning and keep it up.
And you can't clean it with city water because the chlorine will kill the good bacteria.
Good bacteria,
yeah.
and every time you do that, you have to reseed the filter again. Or you can, this day, they got the bee filter. It's all kind of different bee filter, and you can use it, and you don't have, it takes but less than 5 minutes to backwash. So, you know, if you're willing to spend a little money, the
Which I
less
think
time
is really important.
Right, less time consumed in there, or you can build your own filter and put a lot of time in there. So either way, it works, but you have to decide which one you want.
I know if you save, if you spend a little extra money on a good filter, you have a lot more time to spend with your fish.
Exactly,
and
exactly.
that's really important because you want to be able to do that.
That's why we always invite people that you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you don't have to slave to your pond either. So you can just pick your pick and they go with it.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And also, you have a lot of plants in there, which really helps with the balance. And I guess when you have a lot of shade, a little bit more shade, you cut down on the algae. So that really is a help
true.
too.
A lot of plants, especially lily pads, cut down all the book and everywhere that you search engine. They always say 75%
Right.
if you cover the surface area, and that will cut down how much green algae that's in your pond.
Well, I noticed that you've got some beautiful lilies, the spider lilies that are blooming, and kind of a lot of really nice peripheral or marginal plants like the papyrus. That giant papyrus is gorgeous. Tell us a little bit about the plants that you've got in there.
We really enjoyed the pond and the fish, but we also like, my husband and I are way into the plant to beginning with. So then when he started doing pond, he said, I remember when I was 2 or 3 years old, my grandfather take me across the bridge, and that's what stuck in my head. So I have to do the pond. But now we want to plant in the pond, so we start looking into all the plant in the pond that we want. Is just a dig at bedding plant. And
well, they're absolutely beautiful.
the papyrus, it's really not hard like a lot of people think. The secret is that we plant a whole lot in the pot.
So they're really thick.
They're
How old
really
is that
thick.
one?
This one, actually, we put 7 of 1 gallon pot in it early this season. And it's grow and feed them is the key. You got
What
to
do
feed
you use
them.
as fertilizer?
Even in the pond, we use an Osmocote.
Osmocote. Wow,
Yeah,
in the pond too.
We just have to, you just know how to do them without leaching out to the pond.
Yeah, because you don't want to kill the fish. You want
Right,
to be really
we'd be
careful.
happy to help anybody that wants to know about that. So
that's great.
It's, everything we use out here in the yard is Osmocote.
That's wonderful.
And that's a tropical papyrus right there. You have to bring them in every year. And the tropical lily, you have to take them out and bring them in every year.
The tropicals are beautiful, though, because they bloom during the day and they hold their flowers
flower up
above the water, and they're so pretty.
And one tropical lily would literally take 3
Cover that.
places of the other. So that's what we like them.
They're gorgeous. There's just a phenomenal amount of color here, and what's really neat is around the perimeter of the ponds, you've got bog areas that you've got some of the bog-type plants growing, and hanging baskets. Your hanging baskets are beautiful. Now, Osmocote?
Osmocote. That's the secret.
We always talk about Osmocote or multi-coat, you know, any kind of time release
Release, yes. In this yard, I don't have a lot of time. I mean, I'm out here from sun up to sundown.
I bet.
And Osmocote has saved a lot of time because every time I plant something, I just fed them a whole bunch of stuff in there. And every time you water, it's just release the nitrogen to feed the plant. And usually I just have to do it once in springtime, and that's it for the rest of the summer.
Well, those million bell baskets are absolutely stunning. And I remember last year when I was here, they were, you know, just perfect little balls of color, and just incredible. And the scaevola, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And you know, your parrot's feather is kind of dripping over the edges of the stone. It's really very, very pretty and very prolific. And the lotus are beautiful, getting ready to bloom.
Yes. Is all that in, used to we have a plant in the pond, but then a little that we find out the fish and the plant don't mix. So then we have to find a way to plant around the fish. So that's what when we redo the pond, that's several years ago, that's what my husband designed it, to put the plant all the outside, but they're all in balls, they're all in water.
Right, because those koi, they have voracious appetites, and they love to chew on the roots and the leaves.
They will make a mess. They will make a mess.
But they are fun. And your koi will eat out of your hands. I mean, they're like your pets. You can pet them, and I mean, they're just incredible. And most people don't think of fish as having personalities, but they do, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Some of the fish that let Paul, my husband, pick it up and look at them, and then he throw them out.
It's amazing.
So they all have personality. They're very fun if you can think of the fish. It's just like a dog or the cat in your, in your family. So it's really.
I know when I had my koi ponds, my koi would come and eat out of my hands, but I had to stop doing that because we also had raccoons in the back, and I was afraid, you know, when they go wash their hands and their food in the water, that the fish would think that they were human. So you have to be really careful how you do that.
Yeah.
But obviously you probably don't have a problem with many raccoons back here?
Not yet.
Not yet? Because they like to fish.
Yes.
So you have to be careful about that. Watch for, you know, predator types. And do you have any problems with heron or anything
We did have, several years ago, we did have a blue heron came visit, did have some fish, and we put out the fake one, and we're moving around each day. And that's what they said, that people who sell this stuff said they are territory. So when you put one out there and they fly over and they thought somebody already there, they didn't land. So unfortunately, it worked.
I didn't know that because you know, so herons are territorial, and you put a fake heron out.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So we haven't had him visit. I mean, we have saw them fly over us, but they won't land.
But they stay away.
Right. So it's been saving us.
We had owls, and they like to fish.
That's another thing that people need to know. Might help them too, because I know that a lot of people lost the fish to
big
the
time.
Yes.
Yeah. But what I love too, you know, you've got a lot of screening type plants, like you use the arondo, the variegated arondo is beautiful. What other types of screening plants have you used?
We don't use a lot of those. We don't have a lot of big plants. That is the one, but everything that just come up in one season.
So big anyway.
It is so big anyway. So we really okay, we can't afford to plant a lot of those. So we just have to, the yard is so small, we have to be careful what we plant here and don't overload just one thing. So, so we can't just happy with one plant. So we have to have more than that. So that's why we just litter there and a little something else everywhere.
Got some beautiful honeysuckle over there along the fence, kind of.
Yes.
Which is really neat. And I love, this is one of my favorite trees. It's a varnish tree.
It's just a varnish tree.
Tell us a little bit about this tree.
We planted this because first we didn't know much anything about this. We just liked the way it looked. Even in the wintertime, the leaf drop and everything, the trunks still stay green.
Beautiful.
And that's what we bought it. But now that we grow them, it's just beautiful, and everybody like it. It just make it even better now.
Yeah, well, and it's flowering.
And it's flowering. We didn't even know it's bloom either, so they stopped blooming, and we were really thrilled.
But, you know, it's a neat plant because it's hardy here. It has a tropical look to it.
Yes, it does. That's one of the things that this yard is all tropical. About 90% of it is tropical. We do about 6 weeks in September to dig all that up, bring it in, and then another 6 weeks in springtime to bring it out.
Right. So it's beautiful. And, you know, your lilies, your crinum lilies are blooming. There are just so many different varieties. And banana trees, gorgeous.
Banana this year, unfortunately, the weather have kind of slow. It stayed cool too long, and that's why we don't have a lot of leaves yet. Usually they'll get about 6 leaves by now, but this year it just barely made it.
It really loves the heat.
They really love the heat, and this year that's one thing we haven't had, a heat up until now.
Now, in the wintertime, you take all this stuff and put it in a greenhouse back behind. Yeah, and keep it protected and heated.
A lot of stuff that we do that, but banana specifically, we don't need to repot them. We just dig them up, wash the roots off, bring it in the garage, and just it's still dormant and store it that way.
That's kind of what I do with my hibiscus and bougainvillea.
Yes.
Bring them in the garage, let them go dormant.
Exactly.
And they lose all their leaves, but you bring them out, you
Water
fertilize them, use your osmocote or
Osmocote.
multi-coat, or
There you go.
you know,
And
and
they
they
come
do
right
really
back.
well.
Yes,
yeah,
they come
yeah.
right
I
back.
usually what I do to get them, encourage them in the spring is give them a little bit of liquid feed
Right.
to kind of baby them along, and then I put the osmocote down too, and then
Right.
eventually that starts
They're gonna
releasing.
yeah.
And
Just like the plant behind you is this is the
Oh, this is
manahart.
gorgeous.
Manahart, or the common name is tapioca.
Tapioca.
When it came out in spring, it's at about a foot and a half.
it loves
And
the heat.
heat take off, and that is take off.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as oleander that we store year after year. I just give them a short haircut, and it just come right back out nice and thick.
You know, what's neat about the tropical plants is that they, you get flowers all summer long,
Right.
and the flowers on the tropicals are so vivid.
So beautiful and
Ah.
so bright, and that's one thing we love to. We love, just like everybody else, we want to plant something and it come back next year and all that, but they don't give us what the tropical does.
This is an entirely different look. It really is, and it's just incredible. With you've got daylilies right next to the oleanders. You kind of taken and you put the tropicals, kind of mixed them in with some of the
Right.
perennials that you've got.
Yeah, and then we like those baskets is because they just stay like that all throughout the summer until the end of the year.
Right, right.
And it just looks pretty.
Well, the million bells will last well into
the September,
Yeah,
even sometime
November.
clear
I had 'em.
November if
They don't mind the cold at all, but they love the heat. They bloom like crazy when
Exactly.
it's hot out.
Uh-huh.
And do you trim them back at all? Do you?
Yes, I did. Sometimes I just give them a trim, really trim. I mean, a haircut really short. And it looked ugly for a while, but then they won't take
then they
much,
come
and they
back,
just come
yeah.
back and thick and
As long as you
pretty
fertilize
again.
them.
Always, we use nothing but osmocote, really.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, let's take a look at some of the other areas in this garden, because there's just so much to see, and it's amazing that this is just 75 by 75. So it just really goes to show you, with a little bit of effort, a little bit of creativity, or a lot of creativity, that you can have something this beautiful. And it's almost like going to the islands. Just coming in your backyard is like a little vacation.
Well, that's one thing we do. My husband and I do this. We don't go out to vacation. We don't go to anywhere. We hardly go out to eat. So we figure this is like going to Vegas, gamble, vacation island, this, that. We just spend the money so we can see it all summer long.
You can't beat it.
So that's why he goes, this is a good way to do this. So I say, okay, whatever you say.
That's right.
So
spend your money on your garden and
There we go.
stay home and really enjoy it. Welcome back to Let's Talk Gardening with TLC. Now, this garden is going to be on the Water Garden Tour, isn't it?
yes.
And what are the dates? Give the audience the dates and the times, because you've got to come and visit this place. It's just incredible.
It's in July 12th and 13th from 9 to 6.
July 12th and 13th, 9 to 6. So that's next weekend from 9 o'clock in the morning to 6. It gives you plenty of time. TLC carries the maps and sells the tickets for the Water Garden Tour. How much are the tickets?
They just ask for donation $2 for the Water Garden Society.
That
so they
is a
can,
deal.
That's I think it's worth it. Yeah, and this
Definitely.
year we got so many ponds in there that everybody needs to get out and see all those. And if anybody intended to make a pond, that's a good time to go do that, so you can get a lot of different opinion and learning from a lot of people.
Oh, that's
And then-
the best way to do it, I think,
Exactly.
is to get to talk to the folks that
Right.
actually
Have
done
it,
the
yeah,
work.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, all these beautiful annuals you've mixed in here. Tell us a little bit about all the mixtures of plants.
Especially this bed right here, it's been always known as a coleus bed. And my husband and I just go crazy every spring, go everywhere trying to fill this bed. We found a lot of them at local, like TLC, got variety, and we saw it first come out, we'll pick them up and come back next week and saw something else. Anyway, we fill this bed with all different, and people come over here and they go, this is supposed to be in in shade, and we say, well, this is not shade, but it live here. So, but this
Well,
year,
your soil's really good too. You've
yes,
worked
that's a key thing too. Is Paul have done fabulous on all the bed here that we have. So anyway, this year we don't have a time to go searching for coleus, different varieties. So I just do what I can,
That's
and
beautiful.
I just pick up. You know, every time I go to TLC or see something positive, I like it. Say, I think it's worked there. So I went. I love osteospermum.
So do I.
It just fit well with this weather.
It's a happy plant.
It's a happy plant, and the color go well. And I love the yellow daisy. Some little dwarf. Yes.
Yeah.
The
those are
marguerite,
beautiful. And then the dollbirds are beautiful.
The dollbirds. It's always come back every year, but the wind blow the sea everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So I went and pick out everywhere and plant where I wanted to.
Well, it's
so
great.
it's just.
And you've worked some cactus into the garden too.
We
which
got
is great.
all that. Every year we have to bring some in. The only one in the middle that we don't bring it in, and they survive here.
Yeah, the yuccas, they do really well. And I noticed that you used a lot of the Ruellia, the Mexican petunia. It's a great little plant, and
it's just easy to take care of.
Right,
and they just give you so much color. Fortunately, today it don't have any, but they're always gonna come out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the crotons that are wonderful
it's
tropical
beautiful.
plants. They love the heat. They love the sun.
Yes.
So they
and
do really well.
They do really well here, and you don't have to take care of them. That's what I'm looking for. It's something easy, so I don't have to put a lot of time into.
And the crepe myrtle and your begonias, and also your purple hearts. Absolutely. Now, do they come up every year for you?
That is a perennial. They come up, yes.
I know some people have good luck with it and some people don't, but I think the soil has a lot to do with it
yes,
too.
the soil definitely have a lot to do, and I love Dianthus carnation here. It's just
great.
It's just I don't have thinking out or drawing out. I just think what I want, and
what you like, and what makes you happy.
And I think whatever make me happy, I think the plant are happy too. So that's what.
So many people get to enjoy this garden on the pond tour, and like I said, you know, they really need to come down and talk with you and look at these magnificent fish. You have some of the most beautiful fish I have seen anywhere.
Thank you.
Absolutely stunning.
We just love that. So I did one thing I want to mention that my husband is all comment me this year, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing all this stuff. But he's really helping me to today. And this year he have given out to keep a pack in my back every time he turned around. You did a good job, honey.
Well,
that's making me really happy, wanting to work some more.
It's wonderful, and I really appreciate you letting us come here and film this beautiful garden. I can't say enough about this wonderful garden, and you all have to come out and visit on the pond tour next weekend. And you know, this is, you know, a beautiful home. Paul and Hoa will be here to answer just about any of your questions. And, you know, Hua's name means flower, and it just fits so perfect. It really does. And, you know, you've got flowers all over the place, and you are a flower and a treasure of knowledge, and so is Paul, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming out.
Well, I hope you got some great ideas today from our wonderful guest in such a beautiful setting. You know, here we've got some gorgeous hostas and ligularias and beautiful Japanese maples, and then we go, you know, transition to a backyard just full of color. So hopefully you'll be able to get some good ideas and come on down to TLC, visit us, and we can help you with the rest of it, putting all that stuff together. So join us next week on Let's Talk Gardening with TLC.